And our next question comes from Jake Donovan with BoxingScene.com.
Hey, Amir, I just have one question for you. I know you said you're only looking on Devin Alexander, but how hard is it to not look towards the future, knowing that a Floyd Mayweather fight it's probably a lot closer than it was a year ago when you were promised a fight, but ultimately didn't get it?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's going to be tough, not looking past this fight, but obviously I made that mistake before, so that's what helps me to stay focused, and I never want to make that mistake again. But look, it just has to be able to stay focused, man. I mean, I'm not looking past it because, I have a tough task in front of me. I'm not taking this fight lightly. It's going to be a tough fight, and I want to win this fight, and not only win it, but win it in good style, good fashion. And I want the fans, boxing fans, and the world to demand the fight between me and Floyd. I don't want it to happen. I want people to demand it when they see Amir Khan in such a good fight. They're going to be like, wow, he should fight. He should fight Mayweather. I don't want people. I just don't want it to happen. I want people demanding it.
Cool. Thanks, Amir, and happy birthday to you as well. Virgil, I just have one question for you. Kevin said that, because of your friendship with him, that is actually getting his juices flowing. He's looking forward to a rivalry. Do you ever look at a fight as training more for the fighter and actually training for, who's in his corner as well? Do you get that same kind of vibe training for a fighter that's being trained by Kevin Cunningham?
Well, no, because it's a business, and Kevin and I knew years ago when we were developing fighters from scratch that these days would come, as well as all my other colleagues that came out of that 2004 class, Barry, Mike, and even Nazim and Leon Lawson. We knew these days were coming, and so you have to block them out. Look, there's always a measuring stick in this sport, and Devin Alexander's a tremendous measuring stick, and you're here to excel in both sides, and it's a contest, but it certainly will never, ever affect the friendship that we've built up over the years. But Saturday night we have to block it out, and we have to tend to the business at hand. So that's how you pretty much have to look at it.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much, Virgil. I appreciate it. Amir, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Sean Cross with Boxing Insider.
Hi, how are you? This question is just for Amir. Amir, it's nice speaking to you. Happy birthday, sir.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, sure. Listen, there's no doubt you're extremely skilled. I think you may actually be the fastest guy in the welterweight division right now. The question, however, obviously has been your chin over the years. What have you done to improve that, to keep, is there anything you can do? Is it leg work or whatnot to keep you from actually being hurt again if you're hit with a clean shot?
I mean, with shots I've got hit with in the past, I've run into those shots and I've been off balance, and and so when you get hit with a shot and you go down, I mean, I make it look worse because I'm not on the right balance. My footwork's all over the place, and I run into a shot. When you run into a shot, it's like you're getting hit twice as hard. So these are things that we've kind of cleaned up a little bit and been more smart about. When we attack and not jumping in with our chin in there and stuff like that. Really, I mean, whoever the shots I've been hit with, I think whichever fighter gets hit with those shots is going to go down. I mean, it's just the way I've made those mistakes going in when throwing a shot and not having no defense, and like I said, when you rush into a shot and you don't see the punch coming, it hurts you twice as much. So that's one thing people will probably understand. Boxers will understand. But we've cleaned up, and like I said, we're not the fighter that we were before. I mean, look, before Colazo, we were much smarter. I think in the whole fight, we probably got caught with one good shot. Other than that, I think everything else we were smart about because we didn't rush in and be silly about, fighting him or hurting him. So I'm slowly, as I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, and I'm getting more experience behind me. And yeah, come fight night, hopefully, we'll know exactly what to do. And against Devin, we know not to make mistakes, and we know he's quick. So, that makes you a little bit more on the edge, it makes you think more and makes you much more smarter because, you got a guy in front of you who's going to be quick and explosive and who wants to win. So, yeah,
one more very quick question. Really, there seems to be a difference in you, and I don't want to say maturity because that sounds so condescending, but there seems to be a bit of I don't want to say self-satisfaction. You seem a lot more at ease now, and I'm just curious, how much of that has to do with Mr. Hunter?
It has a lot to do with Virgil, because at the end of the day, Virgil, teaches me to stay calm in the gym and not rush and not get anxious, and at times, knock people out and, not to make those mistakes. And, it's a 12-round fight. I mean, you don't go in there and try to knock your opponent out early. I mean, that's one thing I think what worked for me in the earlier fights was I hurt my opponent so early in the fight that they never expected it, and then, and that kind of grew with me and stayed with me and stuck with me, and I started doing that all the time, starting quick because I used to think I'd get my opponents cold. But now, it's a 12-round fight. I mean, if I have a good pace, I'll be smart in the fight. As long as I stick to the way I fight, I don't think that anyone can beat me. I have the fastest hands in boxing, and I'm probably have one of the best boxing skills in the world. So if I just be smart and stick to those skills, I don't think I can have any problem with anyone. It's all about, when I lose that focus and I lose that, and I don't stick to that game plan, that's why I make mistakes. So yeah, we need to start being under Virgil Hunter, much more smarter, and I don't think we'll no mistakes. I mean, we all make mistakes as young fighters, so I don't think there are mistakes that you make.
Great. Well, listen, it's been great talking to you. You're right. You're a very nice guy, and I wish you all the best this Saturday night.
Well, thank you very much.
Bye.
And our last question comes from Inti Rashid with Asian Radio.
Hello. Salam, Amir.
Well, Amir, how you doing?
Very good, thanks. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed your time out there. Amir, it's your first fight since your daughter's been born. How does being a family man change your approach to training?
It helps, I think it helps you because at the end of the day, well, don't get me wrong, I miss my daughter, I miss my family and everyone. I want to see my mom, my wife for a long time. So you miss them, but I think this only makes you a stronger fighter, makes you a focused fighter, and you know that, you can, all the sacrifices, to become a champion. It's just it shows how serious I am in this sport of boxing and what I want to achieve from this sport of boxing. So, yeah, you miss them, but hopefully within straight after the fight, I'll get to see my family. Well, I'm going to see my mom probably tomorrow. I'll see her. She's in Vegas. I fly to Vegas late tonight, so very late tonight I'll see my mom. I'll see my wife and my baby girl in New York a day after the fight, like on a Monday or something. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to spend time with family, and at the moment, they understand that I've got work and I'm a fighter, and they know that I need to focus and I can't make any mistakes, or I can't be distracted in any way. I got to spend some time with them while I was in training camp, but it's you can't really spend much time with them because you can't really you are focusing on your job, and it's quite hard. So, but now when I go home, I can spend some real family time with them.
Definitely. Amir, how's been working with Virgil Hunter, and what have you guys been working on?
We worked on a lot of things, with Virgil. I mean, working on the defensive side of boxing, the offensive side of boxing, not making mistakes and not getting carried away, sticking to that game plan for fights. And since we've been doing that, and in sparring we put it to practice and we rehearsed it in sparring, it's been working for me. Plus, I've got a good strength conditioner, which is Tony Brady, who's been working me very hard as well and putting me in the right condition. So with Tony Brady and also Virgil putting me to work together, I mean, I'm the total, I've got everything I needed in this training camp, and I feel so strong. I feel mentally prepared because I know I'm not cheating myself. I've done everything right. On top of all the hard training, I've been watching my diet, eating clean food, having the right nutrition. So that helps as well. That's what I want. That's one thing that most fighters probably leave out in the game is they might train very hard, but the nutrition part, they never really focus on that. But as I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, and I'm understanding the sport a bit more, and every little bit helps you and makes you a better fighter. So I'm happy with the camp, the way the camp's gone. It's gone great, and I've got to work very hard and eat good and stay healthy.
So, Amir, you're fighting at the home of boxing, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. What's the build-up been like? Has it been any different?
I've been when I've been on Twitter and I've been on going on to my Facebook and stuff, people have when they're in Vegas. And these are normal holidaymakers from the UK who have been tagging me in saying, we're so happy to see Amir Khan, picture of Amir Khan, a guy who's from Britain. And I mean, it makes me happy because, these people are on holiday and they see a big, huge picture of me. It just shows that the promotion is massive, And, I want to thank my team, Golden Boy. I want to thank Al Heyman for doing all that because, they promoted this fight really well. And everywhere you go in Vegas, you'll see posters of Amir Khan on billboards, on the hotels, and people are talking about the Amir Khan fight. And, and fighting at the MGM Arena, which is a mecca of boxing, it's the best arena in the world, the biggest arena in the world when it comes to having fights there. You get the likes of Mike Tyson who fought there, Mayweather's home, he calls the MGM. So, to have a huge fight there, I mean, it's great. I fought in Vegas a few times, but at the MGM, it's going to be my second time, but this time, the first time was when I fought on the undercard of Mayweather, but this time it's going to be the Amir Khan show. So I'm looking forward to it, and this is only going to drive me and motivate me, to go out and do it, because at the age of 27, I've done so much, and there's still a lot left.
Definitely. Amir, you're fighting a second southpaw in a row now. I mean, is this a sign that perhaps Manny Pacquiao is on the cards next?
Well, it could be like 3 in a row. Then, if it was Manny Pacquiao after this, I mean, look, I fight whoever they put in front of me, and with Golden Boy and everyone, we looked at the Clauser fight, which I think made sense. He won that fight against Victor Ortiz, and he was sort of got to beat him. And then I moved on, and there was Devin Alexander. Hopefully we beat Devin Alexander, then we see what the future holds for us. I mean, I really belong on the big stage, belong in the likes of, Mayweather and Pacquiao out there to face them guys. So it's all about just being smart and picking the right fight at the right time and not making mistakes, but winning the fights. I mean, I look past this fight against Devin because he's a very dangerous opponent for me at this stage. And I can't really look past it, being a week away. I've trained just for him. I focused on just Devin Alexander. But, yeah, I mean, I belong on the top elite, cream of boxing. And I really believe that, Amir Khan needs to fight, hopefully after this one. I do belong in the same ring as the likes of Mayweather, Pacquiao, and them guys because, I've worked very hard at my whole career. And hard work pays off. And, yeah, definitely, as long as I keep winning, stay focused in this fight, we'll get the win, and we'll move on from there.
Okay, that was our last question. So I believe I was going to jump off, but Amir, can you make a closing statement? I know you're heading to Vegas, and happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
So if you could just close it out for us, and then we will see everybody in Vegas today.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the media. You've been great. I mean, the promotion for this fight has been amazing. Having all you guys supporting it, writing great articles. I've been reading them and stuff. And you've been very, it's been very motivating, reading the stuff that you've been saying. And a lot of you have a lot of confidence in me to go out there and do this fight and look good and be the future of boxing. I also want to thank Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions, Al Heyman and the team, and Khan Promotions, and also Devin's team for taking this fight. I mean, it's going to be an exciting fight. This is what boxing needs coming towards the end of the year, and we need an explosive fight, a fight that people are going to be on the edge of their seats, and this is what this fight's going to bring. So I hope you all tune in. It's going to be Showtime, and I want to thank the Showtime team for their great promotion as well. And also they're going to be showing the fight. So I'm looking forward to it on Showtime. I hope you guys are tuned in. If you can't make it to the fight, it's on Showtime. And in the UK it's on Sky. So hopefully we can win the fight and move on from there. So thank you very much, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you in Vegas.
Okay, great. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us.